Welcome to yourPrimetimeSports.com for our final football broadcast of the 2012 season. I'm Dave Grimm, and alongside me, as usual, I'm not going to say as always because he missed last week, as usual, is Clifton Garmrath.
Hello, partner.
And we are set to bring you this, our final football game of this incredible season that we have had on yourPrimetimeSports.com, and the playoff picture is far from set. We're going to be doing that tonight. This game will determine one of the playoff spots.
Well, there's only 2 spots available.
That's right, and right now, in the driver's seat are Forrest City and BB, but BB has to play at Batesville tonight. Tough game for them that nobody thinks they're going to win. So that will open up a spot, and that spot could be taken by Paragould. It could be taken by an outside chance. It could be taken by Nettleton. It could be taken by Forrest City if they happen to lose tonight. Lose tonight because Paragould would have the tiebreaker over Blytheville and they would get in. So, I mean, there are several different scenarios, and upon the conclusion of this game tonight, we are going to run those down and find out exactly who has made the playoffs from the 5A East.
Well, this may be one of the best 5A East seasons for trying to find those 4 playoff spots. It's been very exciting.
Number 1 and number 2 have been pretty much a foregone conclusion, but it was anybody's ball game after that.
But, you know, from about that game, that number 1 and 2 win Batesville game, every game, therefore, has been an awesome game every Friday night.
That's right.
We've had a lot of excitement, not really any blowouts, some surprises, Paragould beating Blytheville on the road.
Right, and they beat BB on the road.
Well, they did. That was the first conference game. So we've had a really, really good year for football as far as yourPrimetimeSports.com is concerned, and bringing football games to the fans that can't be there.
And we expect it to be just as exciting, if not more, for the basketball seeds when we get basketball conference play underway in January.
That's
from the 5A
going to be fun
East.
too. The only sure pick that I have for the girls, Paragould
Lady Rams all the way.
That's my sure pick.
Now, Blytheville won the toss, but they deferred to the second half. So Forrest City will get the ball to start this game on their home field. And I don't know if you're watching the screen just now. The Mustang, the cowboy on the Mustang rode out onto the field just prior to kickoff of this game. You may have missed, if you blinked, you missed him because he was in and out real fast. The teams are about to run out onto the field. The Blytheville band is here. The band outnumbers the fans.
Yes, they do. Big time.
The Blytheville fans did not travel well tonight. The Forrest City band takes up an entire section over there. You can't see it. It's not on camera right now. I'm sure it will be before the end of the night. But they sit across on the other side of the field. So there are 2 bands facing us across on the other side of the field.
And this is actually the first time that we've been to a football game this year where both bands are there.
There were some earlier. I think Greene County Tech and Jonesboro, both bands were there at that one.
Oh, okay.
When they were local, when they were closer travel for them. But it's been rare
like
this year.
20 miles.
Yes.
For one and 3 miles from the other.
It's been very rare for us to see a team with a game with both bands at the game. Forrest City will receive to start the ball game. This is our first time to have Forrest City on your Primetime Sports for football this year. We'll have them on for basketball a bunch. So
here they come.
Here come the Blytheville Chickasaws. Forrest City already came out onto the field. Blytheville decided to be fashionably late. Now, this is for a playoff spot, folks. If Blytheville can win this, they still need Paragould to lose, I believe. Even if they win tonight, I still think they need Paragould to lose in order for Blytheville to make the playoffs. Because Paragould beat Blytheville, surprised Blytheville, shocked Blytheville last week right here on yourPrimetimeSports.com at Blytheville.
Now, if Blytheville was to beat Forrest City tonight on their home field, and Paragould win,
they would start going to the tiebreakers. They would eliminate, when you've got more than 2 teams with the same record, they eliminate the one with the smallest number of playoff points, and then they go head-to-head. Whoever is...
Now, well, let me finish up my question here. and BB also loses,
right?
Who would be in the third slot?
That's what I'm saying. You mean whoever leads in the head-to-head when they have eliminated the lower of the
Which
points?
Which would be Paragould, between Paragould and Blytheville.
Yes. Okay.
So would Paragould go to the third spot and Blytheville to the fourth?
No, because let's see. If Blytheville won tonight. No, because it depends on, BB's probably going to lose too. Boy, see, I'm going to figure that all out when we get done with this game.
Okay.
I can apply all the formulae I need to determine that after we have the results of the 4 games tonight. It's awfully, awfully hard right now with so many teams vying for those final 2 spots. But we did spell out some of the scenarios on our Facebook page late last Friday night. So if you want to go back and look at those, you can. Now, for whatever reason, we have not started play yet. The Forrest City coach is out on the field having a conference with the officials. We do not know what that's about. We probably will never know. But the coach comes away smiling, so apparently...
Coach Trail?
Yes, the head coach, Rick Trail of the Forrest City Mustangs, comes away from the meeting smiling. I think that's who that is. If he is the head coach.
It is. That's him.
That's Rick. Okay. We've got a divot. They're replacing a divot.
Oh, is that what it is?
I don't know what's going on over there. They've got the little gator out there on the field, and they've got a shovel out on the field, and they're...
The maintenance crew's out.
Yeah, they're doing something to that spot on the field over there. There may be an anthole over there. I've seen that happen before, too. Get out there in time for game time, and you see some ant mounds out there on the football field. Can't have that. Somebody get tackled on top of that. Oh, ants all over me.
All right.
That would be bad. Still waiting. Don't know when they're going to do it.
Let's take you a commercial break.
Okay, why don't we take a quick break, 30 to a minute, and we'll see what happens on yourprimetimesports.com.
Retirement? It's never looked so good. Welcome to Chateau on the Ridge Assisted Living in Paragould, Arkansas. Say hello to fine dining and down-home living, where around-the-clock security and peace of mind are always at your fingertips. And front row seats to the best shows, they're included. We call it Chateau on the Ridge. You can call it home. Call or visit today to get the whole scoop.
Do you need insurance? If the answer is yes, let Chris Robinson and his staff at Chris Robinson's Insurance Agency handle your needs. Whether it's auto, life, business, or planning for your retirement, Chris Robinson's Insurance Agency is ready to serve you and your family. Come by Chris Robinson Insurance Agency, 1211 West Court Street in Paragould.
At First National Bank, you have convenience right at your fingertips. And instant buying power. It's so easy. And when you're on the go, well, you know what to do. We understand the importance of now. First National Bank, the working bank for working people.
You get big-time savings and hometown service. Always a bed, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram. At Baird, there's a difference you will clearly see. You're always a VIP. Saving service, great selection too. Baird does it all for you.
Welcome back to yourprimetimesports.com. We have gotten to the bottom of the mystery of what was on the field.
I'm not sure we are to tell it, though.
Well, the horse left behind a memento. We'll just say that. The horse let us know that he was here. And they have scooped that up, and we are getting underway now. Blytheville will kick off the football to the Forrest City Mustangs. We could not figure out what they were doing. Now we know. Blytheville trying to play themselves back into the playoffs after that devastating loss last week to the Paragould Rams. Forrest City, all they got to do to win is win to hold on to the spot they are sitting in now, which is the third playoff seed. Number 43 back there, it looks like, deep to receive the football is boy, they have this very small. Kadarius Lamb. And kicking the football for Blytheville tonight, Marcus Northern. We saw him. Oh, wait a minute. Looks like 88 is going to be doing the kickoff. Daquan Young. We called out both of those names last week. That's going to be fielded at the 18-yard line. Number 20 is Jermaine Davis. Boy, this is really hard to read.
That's why I was pulling it up here so I could maybe help you out with that.
Well, he has returned the football.
Jermaine Davis.
To the 27. So we got 9 yards on the kickoff return, and that is where Forrest City will take over. 1st and 10. Quarterback for the Mustangs, number 8. Looking for the number.
12.
Number 12 is going to be the quarterback tonight. That's Jamal. No. Ethan Adams. This is very small writing here. Quick pass, and is it going to be complete? No, it is not. He trapped that on the ground. Joseph Tripp, the intended receiver, could not keep that one up out of the dirt. Clock issues. They have not got a clock rolling right now. Let's see. Yeah, there's going to be a clock issue now. First we had the horse issue. Now we have a clock issue. The clock is not operational.
It's blinking on and off. I'm not sure.
We will not. I think they're going to turn the clock completely off, and they're going to keep time down on the field, which means we will not be able to tell you how much time is left per quarter unless they fix that before the end of the night. We will be able to keep score for you here on our scoreboard on your screen,
which is sponsored by the Big Top Flea Market.
I'm glad you got that in there.
Well, we have to thank our advertisers in Big Top Flea Market, one of the largest flea markets in Northeast Arkansas.
That's right.
Is a proud sponsor of yourprimetimesports.com.
2nd down and 10. Ball on the 27, and they hand it off. And he is still on the run. He has found the edge, and he's going to get a first down. That is number 40 on the carry, Demetrius Parchman. And Parchman is going to get the ball to the 40-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for the Mustangs.
So I understand that you and Brett had a really good time last week.
Well, you watched it. You were watching from home.
Well, I know, but I
we were even talking about you on the air.
I know. I heard.
1st and 10 for the Mustangs. Adams rolls left, throws over the head of his intended receiver. He actually fell between 2 different receivers, Dennis Scott and Jalen Ford.
Well, he's 0 for 2, one short, one over the head.
All right, so
maybe the next one will be dead center.
Maybe he'll hit on the next one. He's feeling his range out.
There you go.
2nd down and 10. We have no idea how much time. Well, maybe they've gotten that clock. It's a different time showing on the clock now. Maybe it's right.
No, I think the clock is fine. I think the issue is the
25-second clock. The game clock. Okay,
the game clock's fine. That's why you were talking about that a minute ago. I thought, no, I think it's just the game clock.
Offsides is going to be called. Maybe somebody from Forrest City moved, but I didn't see it if they did. It is offsides. It's a 5-yard penalty against Blytheville, and it'll bring up 2nd down and 5. So I'm having a hard time seeing the clock from my position. I've got, okay, I may need you to, because I've got the upright
it's 11:34.
Directly in the line of vision.
And a minute ago, when we had the issue with
the horse,
no, the clock,
yes,
it was 11:49. So
I got you. So it is working. Okay.
Yeah. Now that we have that all straight,
I'm glad.
Let's
2nd
proceed
down,
to the football.
Well,
game.
They need to proceed then. 2nd down and 5, and they do snap the football, and that's going to be dropped for a loss. Back at the 40.
He's
1
dropped
yard
by
line.
Malik Walker, number 42 for the Blytheville Chickasaws, and someone did not block Walker because he was across the line of scrimmage just as the football was handed off.
Parchman lost 3 on that play. It'll be 3rd down and 8 for the Mustangs.
And I'm sure Coach McCroskey would like to see a whole lot more of that out of his defense tonight.
Adams from the gun takes a snap, airs it out, and it's going to be hauled in at the 30 and brought down at the 10. And let's go to the replay on that one, folks. That's a pretty one right there. I didn't even see its number. Looks like 20 on the catch, and that is Davis. Jermaine Davis hauls it in, pow, right there at the 30, and gets another 10 yards after the catch.
Hey, way to go, Brett Carlisle.
On the money.
He got tired of them texts last week, didn't he?
Yes, he did. They spotted the ball on the 12. It'll be 1st down and 10 for the Mustangs from the Blytheville 12. They're threatening to score now here early in the game. 10 minutes, 45 seconds left to play in the opening quarter. Adams again from the shotgun. And he's looking for the right play to run. He gets it. He snaps the football. They're going to hand it off right up the middle. Parchman gets a couple.
And he's met by Tyrone Mitchell.
They spot the ball on the 9. So it's a gain of 3 on the play. 2nd down and 7 from the 9. And Adams is going to pass again. Throws right. Touchdown.
Wide open. Number 4.
Yeah, touchdown pass to Joseph Tripp. We're going to look at it again. On the replay, he just nonchalantly threw it over there.
Well, it was a crisscross pattern. You see, Brett didn't get on it in time, but you see this man down in the bottom right-hand corner came across. The wide receiver cut back in, and it took the defense off of him and left him wide open.
So we'll wait for the extra point from Keaton Sandage. 9:52 remaining after the 9-yard touchdown pass. Kick is up. The kick is good. 7-0 Forrest City. We'll take a 30-second break and be right back on yourprimetimesports.com.
Through the years, First National Bank has created memories, starting new relationships, handing over keys and responsibilities, planning for the future, and building foundations, realizing dreams and destinations, sharing a lifetime of memories. First National Bank.
Welcome back to your primetimesports.com. A 9-yard touchdown pass from Adams to Tripp, and then the extra point made it 7-0 with 9:52 remaining here in the opening quarter. And now Blytheville will get a turn. It'll be their first possession of the ball game. Same man who kicked the extra point is going to kick off to the Chickasaws. Sandage. There's no T in there. Sandage is the kicker. He gets a decent foot into it. It's fielded at the 18-yard line. And he is met hard at about the 34. The ball carrier on that, they're helping him up off the field right now, is number 9, Trey Rucker.
He's met hard by number 30 and 45, which is Parchman and Johnson.
So Parchman playing both sides. Well, no, I guess he was playing special teams. Parchman has made his way off the field. Ball spotted at the 34-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10. Blytheville's first play from scrimmage. I'm going to take a look at some scores from around the 5A East very shortly. And they hand it off over the right side of the line. That's Malik Walker, who gets close to first down yardage.
You know, Blytheville Chickasaws quarterback, Clark, is just
Clark.
a sophomore.
Yeah, he's going to be around a while, and he did a pretty decent job last week despite the loss. He had a couple of good runs for the Chickasaws last week. Don't have any scores from the 5A East at this time. Looking at the scoreboard now, nothing. So we'll get back to that as soon as they become available. Clark hands it off. It's fumbled, and it is.
I think that's
Forrest City
picked
football.
Up by Beanham for Forrest City Mustangs.
Let's see if we can see that again on the replay. You'll see it. I mean, it's big as daylight down there. Who fell on the football?
I know who is big as daylight down there that fell on the football is Devin Beeman. He is a big young man.
So Forrest City will capitalize on the Blytheville error and take over in Chickasaw territory on the 46-yard line.
Thought you might ask me how big a boy is he?
Okay.
6'4", 240.
6'4".
That's how big he is.
You know what? Me and him are almost the exact same size. I'm 6'5", 250. And that's a drop for a loss.
If you're 6'5", I've grown 2 inches.
No, I'm 6'5".
Okay.
6'5", 250.
I think you're stretching it.
No. The quarterback dropped for a loss, big-time loss for Adams, all the way back into Forrest City territory. Back at the 47. So second down and 19.
We'll see if
Adams is going to air it out.
Yeah, I was just fixed safe. He's going to go back to the air.
And he does. Wow, he went up in the sky to get that one, folks. I'm going to go to the replay right now. He went clear into the sky to get that one. That is number 20 again.
Oh, what a play.
Yeah, he went all the way up to get that one. Great play by Jermaine Davis.
It's been called back.
Was it incomplete?
Well,
it looked like a completed pass to me. Apparently, the referees know something that we do not. They bring that ball all the way back to the line of scrimmage to the 47. It was apparently ruled an incomplete pass. So we just gave an instant replay for an incomplete pass. This is going to be complete at the 40. First down and more for Jalen Ford.
You need my binoculars?
No.
Call a complete.
It was
pass.
it was complete.
I thought he caught it. Looked like he caught it from up here.
Ford gets the ball to the Blytheville 31, and it'll be another first down for Forrest City. Adams from the gun in the I formation hands it off, and he, instead of going up the middle, went around the end. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15-yard line. And again, that is number 30, Parchment, on the carry.
He was brought down by Bolden.
They're going to spot the ball on the 14. Another Mustang first down. So, Forrest City in the red zone, threatening again here in the first quarter. 7:16 remaining in this opening quarter. Adams wants to pass again. Does. Same play. Touchdown again. Folks, this is identical to the first touchdown. I'm going back to the replay once again. Same play, same players. Tripp in the same spot makes the catch for another Forrest City touchdown. Here it is on the replay. Let's see if he got it. This time he got it. So Brett Carlisle on the money on that one. Makes the score 13.
Well, until Blytheville makes some adjustments, Coach Trail may wear that play out.
This time it went for 14 yards. Went for 9 yards the first time. 7:01 remaining in the first quarter. That one splits through the dead center of the uprights. It's good, 14-0. And we'll take a break and be back on yourprimetimesports.com.
Retirement? It's never looked so good. Welcome to Chateau on the Ridge Assisted Living in Paragould, Arkansas. Say hello to fine dining and down-home living, where around-the-clock security and peace of mind are always at your fingertips. And front row seats to the best shows, they're included. We call it Chateau on the Ridge. You can call it home. Call or visit today to get the whole scoop.
Welcome back to your PrimetimeSports.com. 14-0. Forrest City has opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in the first quarter, still underway. 7:01, about just under halfway through the first quarter. Now you're going to have to detach yourself just a little.
That's all right. I'm tired of stepping on that wire.
Waiting on another kickoff to Blytheville. They didn't fare so well in their first possession. Fumbled it away right away.
I believe it was on the second possession.
Second play from scrimmage, they fumbled the ball away. Sandage gets a foot into it. It's going to be fielded this time at the 15. And he's going to be dropped right away. That is Rucker, who returns it to the 25. So he got about 10 on the return. They actually spot it down on the 27. So they got 12 on the return. 1st and 10, Chicks. And we've got a whistle, and this play is going to be blown dead. After the 5-yard penalty is assessed against Blytheville, it is 1st and 15 back at the 22. And now another penalty is going to be assessed against someone. Somebody's doing illegal things down there. It's against Blytheville again. 5 more yards. They need to stop moving. That's 2 plays in a row.
Well, if you remember last week during the Paragould-Blytheville game, they shot themselves in the foot several times. So obviously they're starting out that way again tonight with a fumble and 2 quick penalties.
So it'll be 1st down and 20 from the 17.
They are a young team, Blytheville Chickasaws. We had Coach Pekrosky on last week on the talk show, and we'll talk more about that in a minute.
Here's the handoff. He's going the opposite field, and he's not going to get anything.
Met by at least 6 blue jerseys.
Marcus Northern got virtually nothing, maybe a yard. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 19. He got a couple. Okay, 2nd down and 18. Clark checking over the plays. Actually, the quarterback right now is Kaysen. Bailey Kaysen hands it off, and nothing there. Man, oh man. Carlton Lee can't keep his feet. Fell down right away. He wasn't even really tackled. He just kind of tripped over his own feet.
Yeah, just kind of lost his balance.
He got 0 on the play. Ball still on the 19. It'll be 3rd and 17.
My good buddy, Coach Bill Taylor, texted me a minute ago, said he was watching the Armorell Marmaduke game on our archives.
Is he watching the football game? Probably not. He's not really a football guy. That's going to be a incomplete pass, and I tell you what, Kaysen was really under pressure and was lucky to even get that ball away at all. It was short of the intended receiver. It'll bring up 4th down and 18. They're definitely going to have to punt from their own 19-yard line.
You know, Forrest City is very, very athletic. They have a lot of big kids. I think we're going to see their program turn around in the next few years.
Yeah, last year they were not that great.
9-1. They were
That's
young.
right.
This year they're young still, but straight up is that punt.
Yeah, it's going to be
No
caught
fair
at
catch.
the 42 without a fair catch, at the 48 rather. And he is still on his feet and brought down at about the 42. So about a 6-yard return on that punt return. It's number 17, Richard Temple, who returns the punt.
He was wrapped up by Carlton Lee, and I'm not sure if Carlton Lee wouldn't have grabbed him by the ankles if he couldn't have got down the sideline. Dave.
He returned that to the 41. It's a 7-yard punt return. That was a hard 7 yards.
He earned every yard of it.
Now it is Forrest City football again. They have scored on their first 2 possessions. This is possession number 3. Adams under center this time, hands it off up the middle, and they push him forward. That looked like it was number 6 on the carry, Deontay Cody.
Well, Goins had crossed the line of scrimmage, the lineman on the defensive side of the ball, and helped push him.
Was actually Dennis Scott on that carry.
Helped push him forward, and but also brought him down and made the tackle.
He gained 5, 2nd and 5 from the 36. And Blytheville, boy, I tell you what, if it wasn't for bad luck, they wouldn't have any luck. Penalties on both sides of the football.
They're not watching the football, and they're getting caught on that hard count, and it's drawing them offside, and I believe that's the 3rd offsides.
It's also very, very close to a first down. They're going to measure because they got 5 yards on the carry, and then they got 5 yards on the penalty. First down, Forrest City. They're not even going to measure. They say it's a first. Ball now on the 31-yard line of the Chickasaws. We're down to 4 minutes and 28 seconds left here in the first quarter. Not moving. This quarter has not moved very fast, and it's been all Forrest City. Adams is going to pass. Airs it out. Has Tripp. Touchdown again.
Touchdown, Tripp.
Let's look at it again. The 3rd touchdown of the night by Tripp. This time it's a 31-yard pass from Adams to Tripp. 3-step drop. Fake, pumps it once, lets it fly. There's Tripp. Touchdown, Forrest City.
Well, I'm not sure what the Forrest City Mustangs school record is for 3 touchdowns in a quarter, but he may be real close to it.
Same combination in the first quarter. Adams to Tripp 3 times.
Still almost 4 minutes left to go in the first quarter.
Now Sandage will try and make it 21. And he does.
And it looks like at this point that Coach Krell is going to wear out the Blytheville Chickasaw secondary.
All right, folks, don't go anywhere. We'll take a 30-second break and be back with this 21-0 game. Forrest City leads it on yourprimetimesports.com.
Do you need insurance? If the answer is yes, let Chris Robinson and his staff at Chris Robinson's Insurance Agency handle your needs. Whether it's auto, life, business, or planning for your retirement, Chris Robinson's Insurance Agency is ready to serve you and your family. Come by Chris Robinson Insurance Agency, 1211 West Court Street in Paragould.
21-0, 3 touchdowns, all scored on a pass from Adams to Tripp. The latest one, 31 yards. It's 21-0. Trying to see if there are any scores. We do have some scores. Batesville 17-0 over BB in the second quarter. Okay, yeah, we're not going to go anywhere. I'll say that in a minute. Yeah. And it's fielded at the 12 this time. And brought down at the 35.
Pretty good run back by Crawford.
Yeah, the first time we've called Crawford's name out tonight. So, yeah, told you the Batesville BB score, 17-0. Paragould and Greene County Tech, we have no score at this time. In the first quarter, Wynn leads Nettleton 8-7. 8-7. We'll see where that one goes. Nettleton trying to figure out some way to play themselves into a playoff spot. They have the hardest road into the playoffs, but they could pull it off. First and 10, Blytheville. And this time, Clark is the quarterback again. Clark, still on his feet, ran all the way over there to get 0 yards.
I don't know if our cameraman, if it was in the frame, but number 88 for DeQuan Young for Blytheville he came back upfield and laid a good block for his running back.
Clark ran
or for his quarterback.
Clark ran 10 yards backwards and then
10
yards that away, and then 10 yards frontwards, 30 yards to get 0 yards.
He made every bit of the backwards horizontal vertical run.
Yeah, except for forward. Clark throws the ball incomplete.
Well, that was nowhere near his man. I'm not sure.
About 4 yards in front of his feet. And I don't know why the clock's running. The clock is running after the incomplete pass. 2:52.
Now they're telling it to stop.
It's still running. They've told him to stop, and they have not. Now they finally stop at 2:48. And that's probably kind of merciful at this point. They're on 3 touchdowns in the first quarter. We'll for sure, if it stays like this, at this pace, we'll for sure see a mercy clock in the second half.
Yes, we will.
.248, 3rd and 10, Blytheville from their own 35-yard line. Clark steps back into the gun, takes the snap, and then fakes the handoff and throws it downfield, complete for about 5 yards. Did not see the number of the receiver. I'm sure I'll see him when he comes out of the scrum down there. Number 4, that's Caleb Brown. 5-yard gain. Actually about 5-yard gain. Ball is spotted on the 40. It will be 4th and 5, and here comes the punt team. Jonathan Banks on to put his foot into the football. And back to receive the punt is, looks like
Temple.
Number 13, Temple.
Number 17.
Wait a minute, you sure?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I'll take your word for it, because I can see his jersey. It is a 17. And he fields it. Oh, he muffs it at the 28. It's still loose. And looks like maybe Blytheville got on it. Yes, they did. Chickasaw football, the biggest break they have had of the night. And they're going to get it on the Forrest City 27. That is the by far the best field possession they've had, position they have had tonight.
Yes, it is, courtesy of the Forrest City Mustangs.
Well, he was kind of nonchalant back there, fielding that punt.
It hit him right in the chest and went right through his arms, and I was beginning to wonder if Blytheville was even going to get on it. They had 3 men there.
So with 2:21 remaining in the first quarter, Blytheville finds itself in Forrest City territory for the first time tonight after the muff punt. Clark bobbles the snap and is sacked big time all the way back at the 40.
And he was sacked by Williams, who is also 6'4", 205.
They got some hosses on this Mustang team.
Well, Williams and Beanham both play defensive end for the Mustangs, and that's 2 big young men on those ends.
They spotted at the 37-yard line. It is a loss of about 12. 2nd and 22. Loss of 11. 2nd and 21, we'll call it. So that great field position they got is being wiped away slowly but surely. Now we got a flag down. And it looks like there will be a delay of game, and that's kind of not fair. There's no clock on the field for these guys to see that they're too close to they're right up against it. So that's really kind of not fair. Nobody hollered at him, said, "You got 5 seconds left, son. tapped him on the shoulder, anything. That's kind of not fair. So add another 5 to the hole they were already in. Now Clark scrambles out of it himself. He's going to keep it and turn it upfield. He's still on his feet at the 20. Oh, he breaks another tackle. Now he's at the 10 and brought out of bounds at the 8-yard line. Let's look at that, man. That was Clark all the time right there on that play. Broke a couple of different tackles. Breaks one there, breaks one there, breaks one there, breaks one there. And finally, at the 8, is that where they ended up spotting it? He is driven out of bounds, where it'll be 1st and goal for Blytheville. Looks like the 8 from here. We're going to call it the 8. 1st and goal. Clark hands it off. Lee, did he get in? It's awfully close. He did not get in. Oh, they're calling touchdown on the far side of the field. Touchdown, Blytheville. Let's go to the replay. And it took a while. The official right on top of the play did not make a signal. You could see it on your screen there. He's right on top of it. Did not make the signal. And then from the far side of the field, we got a touchdown signal from the umpire, or the line judge, I guess it is, on that side of the field. So now it is 21-6. And they're going to go for 2. And a whistle. And a flag again.
Flag on the play. Penalty against Blytheville.
It's against Blytheville. Back them up 5. So instead of running this 2-point conversion from the 2, they're going to have to run it from the 7. And they pitch it. Oh, it's a flea flicker, and it's on the ground, and it's going to be broken up. 21-6 after the 8-yard touchdown run by Carlton Lee. And we'll take a break and be back on your PrimetimeSports.com.
You get big time savings and hometown service. Always a bed, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram. At Baird, there's a difference you will clearly see. You're always a VIP. Saving service, great selection too. Baird does it all for you.
All right, the Forrest City Mustangs making their way out onto the field to receive this kickoff from Blytheville after the 8-yard touchdown run from Carlton Lee makes the score 21-6. Forrest City had scored 21 unanswered points 3 different times on passes from Adams to Tripp. Blytheville finally makes their way to the scoreboard.
I was beginning to wonder if the Chickasaws were ever going to get on the scoreboard, but they did, and
We've seen
they
4.
caught a break.
We've seen 4 touchdowns in the first quarter. And with 53 seconds left in this first quarter, it is fielded at about the 25, and he's still on his feet at the 50.
Gone.
And he has broken in. Oh, wow. He tightrope walked down the sidewalk, and a horse collar tackle there at the end out of bounds, and I don't see a flag. But he is dragged out of bounds at the 5 from behind. Let's see if I can bring up the horse collar tackle. Look at this right here. He is brought down from behind at the 5 on the end of that play. So it is a 25 plus 45. It's 70-yard touchdown, or rather 70-yard kickoff return all the way back to the 5-yard line. And Forrest City will have 1st and goal from the Blytheville 5. Adams hands it off. Parch, well, he didn't get it. It's number 30, Parchman. He didn't get very much on that.
You said Parch, and I thought there's more to that name.
Yeah.
Clock winding down to 20 seconds.
And they may not get another playoff.
I think they're going to let the clock run out.
So he did get a yard, or did he get 2 on that play? I think they've spotted the ball on the 3. He did get 2 on that play. And that's where we will leave it and pick up in the second quarter. 21-6. We'll take a 1-minute break and be right back on your PrimetimeSports.com.
Retirement? It's never looked so good. Welcome to Chateau on the Ridge Assisted Living in Paragould, Arkansas. Say hello to fine dining and down-home living, where around-the-clock security and peace of mind are always at your fingertips. And front row seats to the best shows, they're included. We call it Chateau on the Ridge. You can call it home. Call or visit today to get the whole scoop.
Through the years, First National Bank has created memories, starting new relationships, handing over keys and responsibilities, planning for the future, and building foundations, realizing dreams and destinations, sharing a lifetime of memories. First National Bank.
21-6 the score as the second quarter gets underway, and Forrest City threatening to add more to it. They're on the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They hand it off up the middle, touchdown Forrest City, and I cannot see.
Dennis Scott.
Scott, number 8, the ball carrier, the first person not named Tripp to score a touchdown tonight for the Forrest City Mustangs.
Forrest City definitely getting to shoot their fireworks tonight.
And actually, our cameraman, Brett Carlisle, got some of those fireworks for us a few moments ago. Sandage will try and make it 28-6. Got it.
That young man's 4 for 4 tonight.
We're going to keep it right here. Gotten a lot of breaks in tonight. And I want to talk about our next game on our schedule. It's a basketball game, and the fact that we're canceling it. And there's a reason behind that. There's a couple of reasons behind that. We're going to be short-staffed that night, and it's election night. And people are going to be involved in that as well. So our game that we had scheduled, Manila and BIC boys game Tuesday night, we're not going to be bringing you that game. Our next broadcast after tonight, our next game broadcast will be the Win Yellow Jackets at the Brooklyn Bearcats in basketball action 1 week from tonight.
Is that on? That's 1 week from tonight.
That's right.
At Brooklyn, right?
At Brooklyn.
That'll
right
be fun.
down the street.
Right down the road from us. That'll be fun.
The 5A East team early in the season on your PrimetimeSports.com.
We get to see the new Win basketball coach, Coach Jones, and our old friend Bobby Gross,
who used to be the Win basketball coach. That'll be 1 week from tonight. It'll be our next game broadcast. Tomorrow we'll have a great big edition of Double G Sports Talk Saturday for you, starting at 8:30. And you know what? Go on Facebook and look at that list of names of people who will be on the show tomorrow. It's impressive. So now Forrest City set to kick off with a 22-point lead over the Chickasaws. Sandage boots it, and it's going to be fielded at the 24, and not much there for the return man.
That was Furlow on the carry for the Chickasaws. I want to talk a little bit about it in the morning. What's going to be fun about in the morning's talk show is if Paragould should beat Greene County Tech, you know Coach Branham's going to have a lot to talk about.
Yeah, because, well, you think BB's going to lose and you think Nettleton's going to lose, which are the other two things that need to happen for Paragould to get into the playoffs.
And then we have Coach Hill from the Win Yellow Jackets, who will probably go undefeated in the conference. They have the number 1 seed in the conference. He'll be our last guest, talking some more 5A East football, and he's going to be real fun to talk to.
1st and 10 for the Chicks from their own 32. They hand the ball off, still on his feet. Nice little run by Caleb Brown. He chewed up about 5 yards. Looking at the scores here, Batesville leads 17-7 now over BB in the second quarter. No score. We still don't have a score still for Paragould and Greene County Tech. Maybe you can text somebody on that one. And then still, actually now in the second quarter, Wynn still only leads by 1 over Nettleton, 8-7. That game in the second quarter now. Meanwhile, back here at this game, Lee chews up some more yardage and gets the first down. Batesville has scored another touchdown, 24-7 over BB now. And Nettleton has taken the lead over Wynn, 14-8.
Is that
Nettleton is not fooling. Nettleton, first team to lead Wynn maybe this year. Oh, my goodness. We'll keep a close eye on that. 1st and 10 here from the 45-yard line for the Chickasaws. And again, it's Lee. And he goes up the middle for another 5.
Now, is that game with Wynn and Nettleton? Is that at Nettleton?
Nettleton. Yeah.
bet
That home crowd is going nuts right now.
Yeah, I can hear the cowbells now because you remember every time we're in the press box, the ladies with the cowbells are right in front of us.
That's right. Here's the score from Greene County Tech and Pear Gould at halftime. They are tied at 14. Man, it's a game. It's a night for 5A East football tonight.
Yeah, looks like he's offside.
Second down and 5 here, and Clark is brought down from behind for a big loss.
Yeah, he just had nowhere to go. And who do you think brought him down, Dave? The 2 tight ends?
80 and 85.
Yeah.
That's that tandem 6'4" and 6'5". Or they're both 6'4", aren't they?
Both 6'4".
Yeah. It's Beanham and William.
I meant defensive ends. I said tight ends.
So it's 3rd and 11 now. Ball all the way back at the 44. This pass is complete at the 41, and he's brought down at the 45. Big hit.
Big hit by Montrell Mathis.
I want to look at that hit again. That was a massive hit. He only gained. He may not have gained anything. Let's see. He gained a yard on that. Pow! Look at that hit, folks. Man. Gained a yard on that complete pass. It'll be 4th and 10. And
if Montrell gets on and watches this archive, he may like what you ought to do a Batman thing. Put a pow.
Yeah. Here's the punt now for Jonathan Banks. Back to receive it once again, number 17, Temple. That's a nice kick this time, and it's going to land at the 20. He's going to let that one go past him. And they're going to touch it right about the 5.
So deep in Forrest City territory, they're going to have 95 yards to pay dirt.
The official on the scene has placed the ball on the 6. That's where Blytheville will take over. 1st and 10. They already lead at 28-6. They've got a 22-point lead here in the second quarter with 8:35 remaining before halftime.
They don't have the 28 up on the board, Dave. I just noticed.
He made the extra point.
Yeah, I know he did.
Well, that score's not right. Looking at the 5A East scoreboard once again as we see this play go up the middle for not very much, maybe a couple of yards. And Wynn has scored, and they have reclaimed a 1-point lead, 15-14 in quarter number 2. Pear Gould Tech still at halftime, 14 all.
That game's already at halftime.
Yeah, they're moving fast over there. And then, of course, Batesville, 24, BB7, still in the second quarter.
That's unusual with the spread offense that Greene County Tech runs with all the passing they do.
Well, that's what I have here. And sometimes the report that we look at here has had accuracy issues, but we believe it to be accurate this time.
Blytheville just sacked the quarterback.
Yeah, it's all the way back at the 3-yard line. And maybe a fumble.
Yeah.
Fumble recovered by Blytheville on the Forrest City 3. Another big break for the Chickasaws. Wow. So with 7:51 remaining.
Well, there's not been some of the players the defense on Forrest City is standing halfway out on the field.
We're going to see something from the official here. It's a hold. A defensive hold against Blytheville will wipe that fumble away. Wow. Big break for Forrest City there.
Sure was. Instead of Blytheville taking over on the 2-yard line, they're going to bring the ball out to, I guess, about the...
Going to spot it right near the, on the
about the
17. And it'll be 1st and 10, Forrest City. Wow, they had lost the ball and deep in their own territory, and now all of a sudden they got a first down.
Yeah.
And I'm going to, first chance I get, go in there and check with the scoreboard operator, because I could have sworn I saw them hold up the arms in the air for the extra point on that last touchdown being good. That's going to be incomplete. Do some play-by-play for a second. I've got to get this squared away.
What?
On that score. I want to make sure it's right. I'll find out at commercial break. Still on the 17. Waiting on the snap. And a timeout's going to be called.
Yeah.
We'll take a 1-minute timeout, too. We think the score is 28-6. We're going to check that during this break.
Through the years, First National Bank has created memories, starting new relationships, handing over keys and responsibilities, planning for the future, and building foundations, realizing dreams and destinations, sharing a lifetime of memories. First National Bank.
Do you need insurance? If the answer is yes, let Chris Robinson and his staff at Chris Robinson's Insurance Agency handle your needs. Whether it's auto, life, business, or planning for your retirement, Chris Robinson's Insurance Agency is ready to serve you and your family. Come by Chris Robinson Insurance Agency, 1211 West Court Street in Paragould.
All right, that second down play was brought to the, it's going to be another penalty. Wipe it away. It's going to be another penalty, this time against Forrest City. We double-checked during the break. The scoreboard operator, who is technically an official in this ball game, claims that the no good signal was given on the extra point that we...
Well, I take that back then. He was not 4 for 4 then, is he?
He's not, but...
Looked like it went right...
And not only that, but I thought I saw at least one referee signal that it was good.
Well, that won't be the first mistake we've made, and it won't be the last.
So the score actually 27-6. And, hey, the folks at the Blytheville radio station next door saw the same things we did. They had the score at 28-6 as well. So we have it corrected on your screen. Now another penalty flag. Boy, I'll tell you what, we're not going to be able to get to halftime if we keep I swear.
Offside against Blytheville.
This time it's going to be against Blytheville. Mark off 5 going back the other way.
You know, I know the month of October is over, Dave, and this is the last game, but I noticed that the NFL referees in one particular game, I believe it was last week, had pink flags.
In the New York Jets game.
Yeah, they ought to do that next year in high school. I thought that was pretty cool.
That was, we talked about that on the air last week. That was
That's
the
right.
idea of an 11-year-old boy that wrote a letter to the commissioner. This pass is complete at the 35 and out of bounds at around the 40.
Nice.
The receiver is
catch
Ford.
by, Jalen Ford.
He hauled that one in and stepped out of bounds almost immediately. Got a few yards after the catch. It's going to be at the 42. 1st and 10 for City.
I tell you what, Adams is racking up some yardage on his pass completions tonight.
And we don't have, we need to hire a stat man. Okay, let me rephrase that. You need to hire a stat man. Need a full broadcast team. That would be nice, wouldn't it? Now another whistle and another flag. We're going to be here all night, folks.
We might have that one of these days.
Stat man?
Well,
it'd be great.
Full staff.
Stat man, somebody to play the commercials for us.
As more advertisers come on board.
Penalty. What are you doing?
I'm fixing to stop
I have
that.
a piece of tape up here on it here, but I need one here.
Fixing to give you one.
5-yard penalty assessed against the Mustangs. Going to make it 1st and 15. Oh, you got tape on my arm hair. Thank you so much.
How's that?
Thank you. 1st down 15 for the Forrest City Mustangs. And they hand it off. And not much there for number 40, Parchment. That's 2 Parchments. I just realized that. Number 30 is a Parchment, and number 40 is a Parchment. This was Demetrius this time. He got a yard. 2nd down and 14. And another stoppage by the officials. Don't know why. Well, while they're talking about whatever they're talking about, we'll try and bring up the scoreboard. Oh, they've got a play clock now. Wow, how about that? That's what they're talking about. Batesville now big over BB, 31-7. Tech and Paragould still tied at halftime. Win still 15-14 over Nettleton. This pass right here is going to be almost picked off, batted down by number 25. That's Darius Furlow for the Blytheville Chickasaws, and it'll be 3rd down and 14 now for the Forrest City Mustangs. Clock is stopped with 6:27 remaining in this first half. This first half that seems to have gone on forever. Penalties and incomplete passes and 5 touchdowns. So now Forrest City facing a big 3rd down here from their own 37. Adams airs it out. Hauled in by Tripp. 1st down. Well, I'll tell you what, Tripp is the...
Got some hands, doesn't he? Let's look at that play
Yeah,
again.
we're looking at that on the replay right now. They're going to spot the ball on the 46-yard line of Blytheville. Tripp hauls it in. Pow! Man, that is an excellent play by Joseph Tripp. 1st down, Forrest City.
I want to talk a little bit about, while we're waiting here on this play, about our new Legend series that you've created.
Yeah, the first one was Meadowlark Lemon last week.
And I want to ask a question to you here in just a second.
All right.
Oh, Matt.
Whoa, Parchment slung down in the backfield. Demetrius Parchment.
By number 23, Marcus Northern.
Loss of about 7 or 8. What was your question?
You have another Legend on tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Femming that we did this week of Monica, is she going to be a part of that series also?
No.
No, okay.
Airing it out again, complete at the 40-yard line of Blytheville. Completed pass to Jermaine Davis. Boy, you're in love with this instant replay tonight, aren't you?
They're just good catches. I want people to see them again.
Brought down about, it looks like the 45 after I see it on the replay. And
that's what we have it for.
Actually, wow, I'm way off. They've spotted the ball at the 38. Okay, another Tripp catch. No, that's not Tripp, that's Ford out in the flat, and he gets close to 1st down. Well, he got a 1st down. I'm way off.
We can, if we can find us an instant replay advertiser, he'll get a lot of name.
We need to find an instant replay operator. Is what we need to find. because I'm sitting here looking at this replay and I've confused my own self. The ball now on the 26. 1st and 10, Forrest City. Adams going to pass it again. That's been his bread and butter tonight, and it's picked off. Picked off at the 10-yard line by number 7, Jonathan Banks. We'll look at it on the replay. And that was a duck, folks. It was a duck. He should have never thrown that pass, and it's Blytheville football from about their own, let's see where they've spotted the ball, the 8-yard line. .431, I think, remaining. I can't
That's right.
see. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, you're right.
Here in the first half, and now you can bet Blytheville's going to start trying to air it out to make up some of this deficit. Clark, well, they hand it off. They hand it off up the middle. They had the offense spread wide out, and they handed it right off up the middle to Lee. Carlton Lee on the carry, and he got a yard. That's all he got. And they're not in any kind of hurry when they should be. Down to 4 minutes left here in the half, and they're deep in their own territory. They should be in a way bigger hurry than this. Clark hands it off. Trip on the handoff this time. Gets about 5 yards. And I'm going to go back to the 5A East scoreboard to update you on this. That's another thing we need, and I don't think this program supports it, is a score ticker to run at the bottom of the screen. That would be great.
We'll talk to Charlie about a score ticker.
Absolutely. Batesville still leads 31-7. Tech and Paragould still tied. Nettleton now leads after a field goal. It's 17-15 Nettleton at halftime. Meanwhile, still on his feet here. First down and more for the ball carrier, number...
that was Young, the quarterback.
Number 2, the quarterback kept that one. Clark. I smell hamburgers, and that's starting to make me hungry, Clifton.
Well, I had my dinner before the game started. I
had one of those sandwiches they have next door.
I had one of those, and I went to the concession stand.
So it's 1st and 10.
Chili cheese fries.
Yeah, I'd like to have some of those, too. Ball on the 23. Up the middle. Still on his feet. Carlton Lee.
Good
finally
run.
Brought down across the 40 to about the 42, maybe the 43.
Very good run by Lee. Probably picked up an additional 5-6 yards just for the effort.
Ball spotted on the 42. They move the chains, first down, and they start the clock back up. 3:20 left in this half. So now Blytheville find themselves much closer to the goal than they were before, and they're working against the clock. They are 58 yards away. Clark airs it out, almost picked off. He was just a step behind that football.
And that was intended for Young.
Jackson, Jaseri Jackson, the defender on that play, was just a step out of sync with intercepting that football. That stops the clock. 2:59 left in the half. 2nd and 10. Ball still on the 42. Folks, at halftime, you will get to see the bands perform from both of these schools, courtesy of our cameraman, Brett Carlisle. We'll leave one of the mics open for you to hear the band. And a timeout is called by Blytheville. We'll take a 1-minute break and be right back here on your PrimetimeSports.com.
You get big time savings and hometown service. Always a bed, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram. At Baird, there's a difference you will clearly see. You're always a VIP. Saving service, great selection too. Baird does it all for you.
Make the switch now to no-fee banking.
First National Bank provides me totally free checking, and as a business owner, that helps keep my customers satisfied.
At First National, there are no fees and no hassles. Express yourself by choosing a debit card that fits your personality.
I switched my bank to First National because of no monthly debit card fees. Are you ready to switch?
First National Bank, the working bank for working people. Member FDIC.
Let us show you how easy switching can be.
Welcome back to your PrimetimeSports.com. It's Blytheville football, 2nd and 10 from their own 42. That one's hauled in at the 49 by
Fred
Smith. It is.
You said it right. It was hauled in, too.
Yeah, he had
nice
to go up there and
catch.
get that. And they spot it right on the 49. It'll be 3rd down and 3. Gain of 7 on that one.
You know, Brett and I were in Blytheville today, and we almost thought about riding the bus over here with them.
You could have. Then I'd been stuck in Paragould. Offsides, Forrest City. I almost said Fayetteville, and I have no idea why. Offsides, Forrest City. Give them the first down.
Well, trying to blitz, and he just took one step too many.
Mistimed it. 2:07 remaining in the half, and now they are in Forrest City territory. Ball spotted on the 46-yard line. And what I was saying before is, yes, we will have the bands for you at halftime. We'll leave a mic on for you, and hopefully we won't have a lot of crowd noise on that mic. You'll be able to hear the bands. There's been a lot of crowd noise tonight. They timed that just perfect on that snap. I'll tell you in just a second. That's a good positive run. I want you to look at this snap on the replay, Clifton. They send a man in motion, and they snap that football just before that motion man gets it. If he'd been running any faster, he'd have gotten away, and it would have hit the motion man.
It's all in timing, and they practice that probably every day. There's a new quarterback in right now for Blytheville. That is Kaysen
Yeah,
Bailey.
We saw him in a series in the first quarter, and now he's back here late in the second quarter.
I take it back. Bailey
Kaysen,
yeah.
That's right. 2nd down and 6, and Kaysen wants to throw. Kaysen has a man. That's going to be interference. Will we see a flag? No, we will not. Wow. So Brown, who had a man all over him before the ball got there, it was DeCovan Hemming, the defender. Who
I believe the only reason that flag was not thrown was because it's here over on the Forrest City sideline.
Directly in front of the Forrest City coach. I mean, right in his face. So it'll be 3rd down and 6, maybe 7. 3rd and 7 is what we'll call it. And Kaysen has trouble with the snap and is going to get sacked. He took just that extra second to haul in the snap, and that was enough time for big number 80. Was it 85 or 54 that got the sack?
It was big 85. It was Williams, and I want to tell you something. He could have hurt that young man, and all he did was just push him hard.
He wasn't looking. The quarterback was not looking, did not see it coming. Now timeout has been called with 55 seconds, and Forrest City calls this timeout because they feel like they're going to get the ball back. They want to have enough time to score maybe one more time before halftime. We'll keep it right here. I'm going to run down all the guests for tomorrow's Double G Sports Talk. First guest will be Coach Tim Branham of the Paragould Rams football team. He may have something to celebrate on our show tomorrow. Next guest after that will be Monica Specky, the International Fitness Bodybuilding IFBB
Pro.
International Fitness Bodybuilding Professional, who right this minute is en route to, actually first thing in the morning, she'll be en route to New York to further her career. And then the next guest after that will be guest number 2 in our Legends series, Dick Clay, former sports director of KAIT, Channel 8 in Jonesboro. Final guest will be Chris Hill. It's Hill, right? Yeah, yes. Chris Hill, the head coach of the Wynn Yellow Jackets football team. They have cruised to a conference championship, but having difficulties with Nettleton tonight over in Jonesboro. Meanwhile, back here, Clark's going to air it out. Has a man. It's over his head and picked off. Picked off at the 20, and he's going to be brought down. He ran backwards with it, so couldn't turn it upfield, and he's going to be dropped at the 13-yard line. Let's look at that on the instant replay, because the takedown looked like it might have been Well, he had him by the shoulder pad. So Forrest City, it's just as effective as a punt. They didn't punt it on 4th down. They went for it. And so that's just about as effective as a punt.
Yeah.
So now with 48 seconds left in the first half, Forrest City will get the ball on their own 13-yard line.
Well, for the defender, that was a nice over-the-shoulder catch.
Adams, the quarterback, under center, takes the snap. There's the handoff. It's Parchman, one of the Parchmans, who gets very close to first down yardage. That is Davion Parchman.
I believe he did get the first down. He looks like they're spotting the ball about the 25.
They're moving the chains. They've spotted the ball right smack dab on it, the 25-yard line. So they stop the clock while the chains move. It's 42 seconds left in the half. Now they're starting the clock back up. Forrest City looking for the play from the sideline. They're taking their time. Now down to 35 seconds. They are not in any kind of hurry when they should be if they want to score before half. 30 seconds. They wasted an additional, they wasted a lot of time on that play. Now Adams airs it out. Has a man. It's going to be incomplete at midfield. And that stops the clock with 22 seconds left in the half.
Well, the Chickasaws defending a little better in their secondary after they were burnt about 3 times.
They were burnt alive.
We have a lot of laundry on the field down here. I see a lot of yellow.
Yeah, flags back at the original line of scrimmage there. Back, looks like they're going to mark it against Forrest City.
Must have been a holding.
They spotted the ball on the 18, so it is about a 7-yard penalty. Marked off from wherever the spot of the foul was. That's why it's an oddball number. So it's 1st and 17. They hand it off up the middle. Very little there, and that may have been the last play that we will see. But clock down to 15, and they're not in any kind of hurry. The quarterback taking his chin strap off. That's going to be the end of the half. 27-6, the halftime score here at Forrest City. The Mustangs leading the visiting Blytheville Chickasaws. We will take our halftime break and let you listen to these bands. When we come back, we'll update you on the scores from around the league and bring you the second half of this ball game right here on yourprimetimesports.com.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's performance by the Forrest City High School Band. The band is under the direction of Chris Tate, Will Harris, and Melanie Barrett, and is under the field command of Senior Drum Major Alvin Coleman. Our show is entitled Shades of Latin, including El Comanchero, Evil Ways, and Novus. Featured soloist is Aaron Burgess. Welcome now, the pride of Eastern Arkansas, the Forrest City High School Mustang Band. Forrest City High School Mustang Band. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Forrest City Dance Team.
Yeah, I'm coming back right now. It's okay.
or a cup from Sonic, footballs from Walker Life Realty, t-shirt from Mathis Auto Repair, Irwin Williams, Powellville, Mustang Lucky number 4.
You get big time savings and hometown service. Always a bed, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram. At Baird, there's a difference you will clearly see. You're always a VIP. Saving service, great selection too. Baird does it all for you.
Retirement? It's never looked so good. Welcome to Chateau on the Ridge Assisted Living in Paragould, Arkansas. Say hello to fine dining and down home living, where around-the-clock security and peace of mind are always at your fingertips. And front row seats to the best shows, they're included. We call it Chateau on the Ridge. You can call it home. Call or visit today to get the whole scoop.
Make the switch now to no-fee banking.
First National Bank provides me with totally free checking, and as a business owner, that helps keep my customers satisfied.
At First National, there are no fees and no hassles. Express yourself by choosing a debit card that fits your personality.
I switched my bank to First National because of no monthly debit card fees. Are you ready to switch?
First National Bank, the working bank for working people. Member FDIC.
Let us show you how easy switching can be.
Do you need insurance? If the answer is yes, let Chris Robinson and his staff at Chris Robinson's Insurance Agency handle your needs. Whether it's auto, life, business, or planning for your retirement, Chris Robinson's Insurance Agency is ready to serve you and your family. Come by Chris Robinson Insurance Agency, 1211 West Court Street in Paragould.
Welcome to your PrimetimeSports.com. Welcome back, that is. It's halftime, about to be the third quarter, 27-6. Forrest City leads. And do want to clarify, it is 27. We thought it was 28. We and the Blytheville radio station next door to us all thought that it was 28. We thought that the extra point was made. It was not. 27-6 is the current score. And the teams making their way back out on the field. I'm going to quickly go over the, well, I thought I was quickly going to go over the scores from around the 5A East. I'm waiting for that to appear. It was the third quarter, and the score still tied between Paragould and Greene County Tech, 14-14. And at halftime, still 17-15, Nettleton over Wynn. Unbelievable halftime score there. Still only in the second quarter, at least that's what we have, is the second quarter score, 31-7, Batesville over BB. And that's pretty much it, with the exception of the game here, of course. 27-6.
Not my guy. Not my guy.
Well, okay, so Blytheville making their way out onto the field. And now here come the Forrest City Mustangs. They'll kick it away to Blytheville.
I was having a discussion with the crowd.
Yeah, I noticed.
Well, she said someone up there was spitting on her, and I said, not my guy.
All right. Forrest City set to kick it off. And the crowd, the Forrest City crowd has they've rejuvenated themselves at halftime here. There's the kick to get the second half underway. It's fielded at the 25-yard line. And brought down about the 34. I think he got that at the 20. So it's going to be about a 14-yard kickoff return. Let's see where they spot it. 33. First and 10 for the Chickasaws. They're down big, trying to climb back into this game here in the second half. Folks, we're keeping a close eye on that Nettleton Win game for you and the Paragould Greene County Tech game. Both those games have big-time playoff implications. There's a flag down here early. Somebody moved on the Blytheville line already. Illegal procedure or false start or however you want to call it. Backs them up 5, first and 15 from their own 28. And there's the handoff, dropped in the backfield immediately is Antonio Brody. Man, oh man. He didn't even have a chance to take a turn forward. He was hit as he got the handoff. They read that all the way. Drives them back to the 24 for a loss of 4. So it's second down and 19 now. Blytheville not starting off the second half in a good way. Clark hands the ball off to Lee. Lee turns it upfield and gets big-time positive yardage. Back up just past the original line of scrimmage.
Another good run by Carlton Lee. He's
saw
a couple of good runs.
Saw his dad down there at halftime. His dad, I bet he played some football.
Big man, isn't he?
Big man. Ball spotted on the 35. So now it will be 3rd and 8. Blytheville, big third down here for them. Down by 3 scores, 3 touchdowns. And this time Forrest City goes offsides, and that'll give Blytheville 5 yards.
They pulled a little hard count like Forrest City's been
that was a Brett Favre hard count right there.
Yeah.
Ball now on the 40. Third and 3.
We have some young ladies right here.
Yeah, we've got a little show going on right here, two rows down from us. And this one is
good tackle.
But it's a first down though for Rucker.
It is, but it's a good tackle by Jalen Johnson of the Mustangs.
Trey Rucker gets to the 45, and that moves the chains for the Chicks. Just what they needed. First and 10. They spotted on the 44.
You know, this football field here, Dave, is like the one at Blytheville. It's old, been around a long time.
And another handoff, and another great run for the Chickasaws into Forrest City territory. That's Brooklyn Lovelady. No, it wasn't.
That was
Rucker also.
Rucker.
It looked like an 8.
Rucker.
It's a 9.
There's been a lot of good football games played on this football field over the years.
Oh, yeah, I know it. Forrest City, this is a storied program. Ball on the 37 now. First and 10. And they hand it off to Rucker again. Rucker got a yard.
You know, if possible, and if I can find out, and I'm sure I can,
a good Legend Series person to interview for us would be Donnie Kessinger.
Oh, yeah.
He's from here.
Let's see, maybe we can track him down.
Had a long-lasting Major League Baseball career.
I'll tell you another one I'm trying to get. That's Larry Lacewell. Trying to track him down. He lives in Jonesboro, and I think we may be able to do it. Dick Clay is working on that for me. And it's going to be a drop for a loss. Antonio Brody, who has, every time he has touched the ball tonight, been dropped for a loss.
Yeah, that was Justin Smith on that tackle for the Mustangs.
So they spot it back at the 41. And it'll be third down and about 14 yards. Blytheville very deliberate and methodical here to start the second half. Eating up a lot of clock, driving it down the field. We've already hit the 9-minute mark here in the third. Clark on the run. Clark's going to get dropped.
Ran right into a brick wall, and his name is Kobe Minor.
And Clark lost a couple on the play. Well, they're going to give him forward progress to the 42, but it's still a loss on the play of a couple, and it will be 4th and 15 or 16, and they're going to go for it. They're down 3 touchdowns, and they're in Forrest City territory. They're going to go for it. Clark trying to get him off sides with that hard count again. Whistle. Timeout called by Blytheville. We'll take that timeout too, folks. We're into the third quarter. It's still 27-6 Forrest City on yourprimetimesports.com.
Retirement? It's never looked so good. Welcome to Chateau on the Ridge Assisted Living in Paragould, Arkansas. Say hello to fine dining and down-home living, where around-the-clock security and peace of mind are always at your fingertips. And front row seats to the best shows, they're included. We call it Chateau on the Ridge. You can call it home. Call or visit today to get the whole scoop.
Make the switch now to no-fee banking.
First National Bank provides me with totally free checking, and as a business owner, that helps keep my customers satisfied.
At First National, there are no fees and no hassles. Express yourself by choosing a debit card that fits your personality.
I switched my bank to First National because of no monthly debit card fees. Are you ready to switch?
First National Bank, the working bank for working people. Member FDIC.
Let us show you how easy switching can be.
All right, you're back just in time for a flea flicker.
Flea flicker.
And Clark airs it out, and it's going to be tipped and an incomplete pass.
You know, Forrest City read that very well, and Montrell Mathis was right there to knock it down.
Well, the last time they tried that, they fumbled the ball.
Right.
This time they actually executed the flea flicking, but couldn't get the incomplete pass.
Is that what flicking does to you?
That's what flicking will do to you. So that turns the ball over on downs for Forrest City, 1st and 10 from their own 42-yard line. Update on the Batesville BB score. In the third quarter, it's now 38-7. Batesville all over the BB Badgers. This will probably end their football season. Incomplete pass. Had it in his hands, dropped it on the ground. Scott couldn't haul that one in. Looking at the scores now, yeah, I told you about the 38-7. It's still, they're saying, oh wow, fourth quarter, Nettleton still leads 17-15 over Wynn in the fourth quarter.
Wow.
Third quarter, still a tie between Paragould and Greene County Tech, 14-14.
I have someone supposed to be texting me that score after the third quarter and at the final.
Okay. Handoff will be a good pickup for Parchman. All the way across midfield into the Blytheville 45-yard line. These Forrest City fans in front of us are happy. Forrest City moving the football. We're down to 7:50 remaining here in the third. They're not in any kind of hurry. They've got a great big lead. They're running off clock. Adams, the quarterback. I formation. Tripp catches the ball at the 40 and gets a few yards after the catch. Not enough for a first down.
Well, he cut back inside, and he decided that he wasn't going to go that route, and he lost his footing and was able to be dragged down from behind. So,
ball spotted on the 37, got 3 or 4 yards after the catch. Second down and 2. Now up under center, Adams hands it off to Parchman. First down and more, brought down inside the 30.
And that'll be a first down for the Mustangs.
They'll spot it at the 34. Moving the chains. Clock is stopped. 6:42. Now it's going again. To be young and silly again, Clifton.
Yeah. Not sure I was ever that silly.
You're that silly now.
Really?
I believe so. Maybe not that silly, but pretty close.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Adams hands it off to Parchman. Parchman chewing up yards and clock. Gets a couple on this one. They are keeping the ball on the ground and chewing up the clock. They give him a yard, actually, on that carry. He ran an awful lot to get that 1 yard. 2nd and 9. Ball will be on the 28. Now he's going to pass. Adams airs it out, has a man, it's over his head. And that stops the clock for the first time in a while, folks. Finally stops the clock at 5 minutes, 32 seconds here in the third quarter. Next broadcast, our next game broadcast, will be a week from tonight. We're not going to be able to bring you a game Tuesday night for various reasons, not the least of which it's election night. We're going to be off the air Tuesday night. Our next game broadcast will be Friday night from the thriving metropolis of Brooklyn, Arkansas.
You could be on the air. You could set up at the courthouse and pass out the information on the elections, on the tallies.
You want to cover the election on your primetime sports? We could do it. I wouldn't mind doing it, but
I know you would eat that up because you're big into the election
I love it.
stuff.
That's a big completion right there for Ford. No, our friends at KDRS, Jack FM, will be all over the elections locally in Paragould.
Brian and them do a good job with that every few years.
And KAIT also.
Yeah, and KAIT. They'll be all over it too.
4th and 1.
So there's plenty of ways to get the information without
and
us. You'd have to do it for free if I.
I understand. No, I think I am going to be, if we're not going to be on the air, and we're not, after this penalty, 5 yards mocked off against Blytheville, it'll be a first down from the 15 for Forrest City. I believe I'm going to be at an election watch party with either State Senator Robert Thompson or Prosecuting Attorney Scott Ellington. I'm going to be at one or the other. There's a handoff up the middle, and it's not much for Parchman, if any. May have lost a yard.
Well, all I can say is good for you because I'll be at the house working.
Well, last year, 4 years ago, I was at the Democratic headquarters in downtown Jonesboro, and that was a party. They had a big old time at that thing. 0 gain on that play. 2nd and 10, ball still on the 15, clock still rolling. Down to 4:14 and counting. Rolling right is Adams. Has a man over his head in the end zone. Ford had no shot at that one, and he is running into the parking lot. He is...
Adams was hitting his targets earlier, and he threw the last couple of passes over their head.
He might have got cold at halftime. They've been running, trying to run this time off this clock. So he's not passing as much here in the second half as he did in the first. So he might have gotten cold. And all the scores I told you a while ago are still the same in front of me, so we'll go over those. Here's the handoff. Oh, what a hit. Man, Parchman got laid out behind the line of scrimmage. Folks, look at this hit on this replay.
He was leveled by Marcus Northern.
He didn't even have time to look up. After he got the ball, he was flattened. And boom! What a hit.
You have to come up with some kind of Batman thing. Boom,
yeah.
Bam.
It's a lot more buttons to push. I'm doing good to push the ones I push now.
You do good.
From the gun, 4th and 13. Adams passes. Complete. Not enough for a first down. He's going to be brought down at the 15, back at the original line of scrimmage, and that's where Blytheville will take over on downs. So all they did was chew up a lot of clock and pin Blytheville back deep in their own territory. 3:14 remaining here in the third. Reminder, this game will be available on our archive channel. We have a YouTube channel that we use to archive our broadcast, and this one will be available.
Station identification done yet with Brett's voice?
No, I got the one with Meadowlark Lemon. That's the only one I have at this time. We're working on it. We also want to get a basketball promo done, too. This is a handoff to Rucker, it looks like, and he got maybe a yard. They started on their own 15. Let's see where they spot the football. That was Antonio Brody on that carry, not Rucker. No gain. Loss of half a yard. Second down, and for paperwork purposes, it's second down and 11. So now they got receivers split out. They're in the I formation, and they're going to hand it off. And that's Lee. Lee's chewing up the yards. Lee gets the first down. Lee gets near the 30-yard line before he is brought down. No one has scored here yet in the third. Score remains what it was at halftime, 27-6. Ball is on the 29-yard line of Blytheville, and they've got it 1st and 10. They're moving the football. Trying to put some more points up there, maybe climb back into this thing. That's going to be against Blytheville. Big number 88, DeQuan Young, took off. Well ahead of the snap count.
Yes, he was.
He must not have got the memo as to what the snap count was going to be in that particular play.
First down, 15.
Batesville now up 45-7. The mercy rule in effect. BB in defeat at Batesville. Lee gets very near the 30, back almost to the original line of scrimmage before the penalty. They actually spotted on the 28, so it's going to be second down and 11.
Had a nice visit with Mr. Bill Baxter down here at Forrest City, insurance businessman here.
Mm-hmm.
Started the Rumble on the Ridge.
Yeah.
And Coach Hickson, the AD from Blytheville, we were talking and laughing. And
I saw Coach Hickson as well. He told us to stop covering his games because they lose every one we cover.
Oh, is that what he
That's
said?
what he said. We've had them 3 times. They've lost all 3 games, or they're losing this one.
Oh, man, he's funny.
22-yard line. That's another loss for Blytheville. 3rd and long.
Mr. Bill had
surgery done a while back. And after the third quarter, Tech 21, Paragould 14.
Oh, boy. Paragould fighting for their playoff lives, down a touchdown at the beginning of the fourth quarter.
Fighting to get that bell back, too. They've not had that bell the last 3 seasons.
That's right.
But anyway, Mr. Bill was wearing a do-rag.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw that.
So we were down there laughing. He made the comment that he thought I needed one.
Yeah, well, yeah, but
and so I told him, I said, that's a good idea. I think I'll have 3 black ones made, and I'll have embroidered on them, yourprimetimesports.com. Would you wear it? He said, sure I would. And so Coach Hickson said he'd wear one too.
Oh, really?
So one for Coach Hickson, one for Mr.
I'll settle
Bill.
for a hat. I don't want a do-rag. I'll settle for a hat. Which, by the way, you told me you'd get me, and I still haven't seen it. You gave our other cameraman, Corey, a hat. I'm still looking for mine.
It was raining that night. He needed one. That was my personal hat.
Yeah, I'm looking for one, man. Oh, and Monica Specking says she wants a Your Primetime Sports tank top. She wants you to make her up a Your Primetime Sports tank top, and she'll work out in it.
Okay.
She said that. I don't know if she said that during the interview or if she said it afterwards. She said it afterwards. It wasn't during the interview, but she did tell me to tell you to have her a tank top made.
Well, I just might have a dozen of those made up.
3rd and long after the timeout. Blytheville returns to the field. 28 seconds remaining in this third quarter.
I'll send her 7 of them, one for each day.
One for each day. She never has to wear anything else. She also wants us to come cover one of her events. Incomplete pass thrown to number 35, Fred Smith. Stops the clock with 24 seconds remaining here in the third. That's 4th down, and the punt team comes out for Blytheville.
Now, where would those events be?
The closest one to us that she is going to participate in is Shreveport, Louisiana.
That's what I thought.
5 hours, 6 hours, somewhere around in there from Paragould. Yeah, you're saying no. I understand.
No, I didn't say no. I was shaking my head like, whoa.
It's not that far. I think there's also one that she's missing this year in Kentucky that would actually be closer. She's not going to make it to that one this year. That's, of course, all in the interview that we did with her that you will see tomorrow morning on yourprimetimesports.com, Double G Sports Talk Saturday. And we got a whistle and a foul. A penalty, rather. I'm going into basketball mode. Penalty against Blytheville.
They must have had some sandwiches left over next door. The young folks here in front of us are eating them.
I see. They're reaching in the window and grabbing them. Okay, so that backs them up 5. They're going to have to punt from very near the goal line. And we're trying to get this third quarter in the books. It was going by fast. All of a sudden, it slowed down to a crawl. The punt lands at the 50, fielded at the 45, and still on his feet. Finally brought down is Temple. So he got 5 yards on the return. And Forrest City has half a field in front of them. 1st and 10 at the 50. And it looks like we may get one play here before the end of the third quarter. When we take a break in between the quarters, I'll try and track down the latest scores from around the 5A East Conference. And on our way back from Forrest City tonight, I'll be going on our Facebook page and giving you the lowdown on exactly who did what and who's going to the playoffs. And here is a handoff. Parchman, one of the Parchmans, makes it 9 yards on that carry. And that will do it for this quarter. Fourth quarter when we come back. 27-6 Forrest City on yourprimetimesports.com.
You get big time savings and hometown service. Always a bed, Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram. At Baird, there's a difference you will clearly see. You're always a VIP. Saving service, great selection too. Baird does it all for you.
Do you need insurance? If the answer is yes, let Chris Robinson and his staff at Chris Robinson's Insurance Agency handle your needs. Whether it's auto, life, business, or planning for your retirement, Chris Robinson's Insurance Agency is ready to serve you and your family. Come by Chris Robinson Insurance Agency, 1211 West Court Street in Paragould.
All right, 1 quarter left to play here in Forrest City. Mustangs lead it 27-6, and they've got the football 2nd down and 1 from the 41 of Blytheville. And turning the corner and getting positive yards, but not very many, and a flag at the end of the play. That's going to be a personal foul against Blytheville. That's Dennis Scott on the carry, and they slung him down in a manner that will draw a penalty, a 15-yard penalty against Blytheville. We've seen lots and lots and lots of flags, maybe more in this game than any game we've done so far this year.
I agree with you. I think we've seen more tonight than we've seen all year long.
So it's 1st down now with the ball all the way down to the Blytheville 22. None of those scores that we have given you have changed. These 2 games that we're watching, Greene County Tech up 21-14 in the 4th. And in the 4th, Nettleton up 17-15 over Wynn. That is a shocker. Parchman lost yards on that one.
Big number 88, DeQuan Young, was in on that tackle for the Chickasaws.
Clock running, 11-11. They lost 3 on that play. Forrest City doesn't care. They're trying to kill this clock. They'd like to score again, I'm sure. More or less ice this ball game, if it isn't iced already. Adams takes the snap and airs it out. Batted and picked off at the 10 by Shanta Green, number 15. That's a name right there, Shanta Green. So Blytheville will take over from their own 12. No, they're going to spot it, looks like on the 9. And that's where they'll take over. 1st and 10 with a little under 11 minutes left to play. They've got 91 yards in front of them. Clark hands it off. Lee looking for running room, loses the football. Forrest City gets it right back in better shape than they were when they threw the interception. And there is a conference going on right now. Over what, I do not know. The referees are having a conference. I don't see a flag. Do you see a flag anywhere, Clifton?
No, I don't see a flag anywhere.
They're saying that he was down. There is no turnover. They're saying that Lee was down by contact or had his knee down or whatever, and that there is no turnover. So Blytheville will retain possession with a loss of 2 yards. Wow.
I would like to have seen that one again.
Yeah, well, we didn't know it was going to be a question, and by the time we realized it, it was already past our opportunity to look at it on replay. Second and 12. Clark rolls right, throws it complete, and that's right about where he'll be dropped. Well, he fumbled it. He fumbled the ball. And looks like he might have fumbled it out of bounds. DeQuan Young, the receiver on that play. Penalty after the play is going to be a face mask against the Mustangs. Boy, I'll tell you what, when things go wrong, they really go wrong. Didn't get the fumble, and now face mask penalty.
Well, you know, Forrest City, they came out hot that first quarter, scored 3 touchdowns. We thought they were going to put a lot of points on the board, and
And they stopped.
Well, they had that one other touchdown after the Chickasaws scored theirs. They came right back and picked that touchdown back up. But since then, they've just been held scoreless.
Flat, yeah. So now it's 1st and 10 from the 26. And Clark keeps it and goes up the middle and got about 4 on the play.
You know, Forrest City has so much potential to be a top 5A East football program. They're so athletic and big, but you know, I think they play with a lot of mistakes. They make a lot of mistakes, a lot of turnovers. And if they can cut down on those and play smarter, they could be a top-notch football program.
Clark completes this pass for a 1st down. So many blue jerseys around him, I cannot see who the receiver is that got the 1st down. Looks like number 6, that was Antonio Brody on the catch.
And I don't know about you, Dave, but they actually look like a different football team now playing in slow-mo than they did in the first quarter.
Yeah, well, I mean, they've got a good cushion of a lead. Maybe they're resting intentionally?
I don't know, but back when I played, we played hard.
Yeah,
4
I
quarters.
agree with you. 9:15 remaining in this game. Blytheville down by 3 touchdowns, but they're moving the football. It's 1st and 10 from their own 38. Clark keeps it up the middle, and he gets dragged down from behind for no gain. And they had him by the arm. They could have easily broken his arm the way they had him, and he just wiggled out of that predicament but didn't get any yards. In fact, it will be maybe a loss of half a yard depending here on the spot. No gain. 0 yards. And he was lucky to have gotten there. 2nd down and 10. Clock still rolling. Lee finds the edge. Lee close to 1st down yardage.
You know, I just watched that play there, and I think Lee has picked up an additional 10 to 12 yards tonight just from being tackled from behind and them driving him forward.
Yeah. They're not tackling him in the proper direction. The ball will be spotted at the 46. It'll be 3rd and 2 for the Chicks. Clock still rolling. Down under 8 minutes now. They are not in any kind of hurry. They've got to score 3 times in this game to get back in it, and they've only got 8 minutes to do it, 7:47 to be precise, and they are just not in a hurry. Fumbled. That's going to be a scoop and score, folks.
Scoop and score.
Scoop and score for the defensive end, Williams. Let's look at it again.
Ball bounced up to him just right.
And he got the ball at the 38. So it's a 38-yard fumble recovery for a touchdown for, I don't know what his first name is, Williams.
Nicholas
Williams?
Nicholas Williams, 6'4", 205, senior. Big Nicholas Williams. They probably call him Nick. What do you think?
Probably, I would think. Well, we're going to see, surely they're not going to go for 2. They are going to go for 2. They're chasing that point they lost. They want that point. They're going to go for 2. Play clock down to 15. They're still waiting on the call to get in from the coach. The play call. 10. Adams in there at quarterback from the gun. 6, 5, 4, 3. He has no idea. And he snaps it on the 0. He got it off. And it's incomplete. So the score will remain 33-6 for City, and we will take a break and be back on yourprimetimesports.com.
Make the switch now to no-fee banking.
First National Bank provides me with totally free checking, and as a business owner, that helps keep my customers satisfied.
At First National, there are no fees and no hassles. Express yourself by choosing a debit card that fits your personality.
I switched my bank to First National because of no monthly debit card fees. Are you ready to switch?
First National Bank, the working bank for working people. Member FDIC.
Let us show you how easy switching can be.
All right, we do have a 5A East game final. As you look at our scoreboard, 33-6 after the 38-yard scoop and score by Williams for Forrest City. Final score that we have right now is Batesville over BB 45-14.
Well, that's the second scoop we've seen on the field tonight.
Tie ball game in the fourth quarter. Paragould and Greene County Tech 21 all.
Really?
Well, yeah, the first scoop was the horse. Yeah, I just got the joke. It took me a second. I was looking at this scoreboard here, and Wynn has taken the lead over Nettleton, 23-17.
23-17.
Yeah, everything's getting tightened up here
so
in this race.
21-21 at Paragould.
And
Wynn's taking the lead at Nettleton.
That's right. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, the Mustang Ranch, this one's going to be fielded at the 16 and returned by Furlow to the 28. So that's where Blytheville will take over. So, you know what? It's all over but the crime. Forrest City will win this game, folks. Or am I wrong, Clifton?
Do what now?
I said it's all over pretty much here.
Yeah.
Forrest City's going to win this one. They'll stay in the playoff hunt. And that last playoff spot up for grabs right now as Clark runs the ball upfield. Right now it's anybody's. Paragould needs to win to try and get it.
No.
Wynn is beating Nettleton.
What score do you have for the Paragould Tech game?
Tied at 21 in the fourth quarter.
Well, I'm not going to tell you this yet. It looks like we have...
Is it another penalty here? No, we have an injured player.
Beanham is
down. Wow, and he's had a great game, too.
He's going to be out there for a few minutes. Why don't you take a... Unless you want to...
Well, I want to keep it here.
Okay.
And I want to go over these scores again. We do.
All right.
Batesville is final,
all right.
45-14.
All right. Tech is winning 28-27.
Wow, 28-27 in the fourth quarter. Tech leads it by a point. Extra points will kill you, folks. Wynn still leading 23-17 in the fourth quarter at Nettleton. Wow. All right, the injured player has been helped up, and this much to
He's
the...
hurting. You know, that Emily Gwynn must have missed a PAT for that to be 28-27.
You're absolutely right. And
that's not like her to miss.
No, she's really, really good at what she does. So, Paragould just down by a point, trying to play their way into the playoffs. If they win, and Wynn holds on to beat Nettleton, the Rams are in.
The Rams are in.
But Tech can be the spoiler, and they're, so far, doing just that here, 28-27.
Well, Paragould's playing for two things. They're playing for a playoff berth and a bell, return of the bell. And Greene County Tech is playing for spoiler and the bell.
All right, we'll look at those scores again shortly. Meanwhile, back here, second down and a long three. Clark looks downfield, throws it downfield, intercepted. Intercepted by, looks like number 40. Is that number 44 for the...
He gets up.
Yeah, that's who it is. Number 44 is DeCoven Hemming.
He's coming off the field injured after that catch.
Well, you know, I've seen this happen before, and that may have been what happened here. If you land on the ball wrong, gets you right there in the solar plex.
It's his leg or ankle.
Is he limping? Okay, yeah, he's limping, yeah. We've got 7:01 left in this game, this eternity game. And it will be Forrest City football.
He may have limped off the field, but he's got a big old smile on his face after that interception.
You bet. Now Forrest City's going to try and kill as much clock as they possibly can.
Clock right at 7:01.
The clock is their friend. Well, I mean, even if Blytheville had the football right now, it'd be awfully hard to overcome this kind of a deficit. Parchman gets positive yards to the 37.
That was Parchman 40. The other one's Parchman 30.
Right, and their names, I'm having a hard time reading the program. Very small print, and it didn't print very well. No, it's not that.
40 is Demetrius, and 30 is
good luck with that.
Davion.
What?
D-A-V-I,
Davion. I don't know.
That's a D-A-V-I-C-O-N, Dave.
There's a C in there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Trust me.
Well, here's somebody we haven't said. Number 23 on the carry for the Chickasaws, Jasiri Jackson.
No, for the Mustangs.
I'm sorry. For the Mustangs, yeah. You're absolutely right. 6 minutes to play here in this one. Mustangs trying to kill this clock and go to the house with the 3rd seed, and they'll face the Whitehall's Leopards. I believe the Leopards from Whitehall. I used to know them all. And that's who they will draw in the first round of the playoffs.
Well, you probably could know them all again if you would do that chart for me like I asked you to.
Oh, yeah. You want to know who the most prevalent
in order
mascot
of all
is?
200 and some odd mascots.
Yeah, I just don't care.
Oh, okay, I understand.
I just don't care enough to do. It's the Whitehall Bulldogs.
So, there's
another bulldog right there.
Where'd you come up with leopards?
I don't know. It's been a long time since I've been to that part of the world. Malvern Leopards is what I'm thinking. Malvern is the Leopards. Not much there on first down for Parchman.
Yeah, we both have said that we thought that the Bulldogs was the number 1 mascot name, right?
And I think that's true. Yeah. Here's the final score. Win over Nettleton. 23-17. All of Greene County's hopes and dreams lie on the backs of the Paragould Rams. If they win, they're in, folks. We'll be keeping an eye on it for you. We're down to 4.5 here.
Well, so far everything's fell into place as we predicted, with the exception of that one game.
With Paragould, Paragould needs to climb out of that 1-point deficit that they are in to try and make it to the playoffs. Forrest City eking the ball up the field here. Killing as much clock in the process as possible. Third down and about 6 for the Mustangs. Scott on the carry. Got the first down.
You know who we should have had on at halftime? I just thought of it. Instead of, we could have kept the camera on the bands, but I haven't seen him all night long, and I've looked for him twice tonight, halftime and when I first got here. Dr. Eccles.
The athletic director, or is he the superintendent?
No, he's the athletic director.
Okay.
I believe he would have enjoyed that.
Any updates over there? I'm getting better updates from you on the Paragould game than I am from my scoreboard over here.
Last update was 28-27. Tech is winning.
Wow. Forrest City still eking it down the field. Another Parchman carry. Got a couple. Maybe 3. Ball on the 15. Clock at 3 minutes.
Yeah, the PA announcer just said next week Forrest City will play Whitehall in Pine Bluff.
Yeah, Whitehall is a community of Pine Bluff, yeah. And that's just what I said about 5 minutes ago.
There's Parchment on another carry. Looks like he may have picked up a couple of yards.
And you know what? I'll be surprised if Forrest City scores again. Nothing to gain by scoring again.
All right, 2:16 left in the fourth quarter, and Tech has scored again because
now
36-27.
Paragould's going to get knocked out of the playoffs, and Coach Branham may not feel like coming in the morning. Oh, boy. This clock down to 2 minutes now. Forrest City trying to run this time off. I will be surprised if they score again. They won't make the first down. It'll be fourth down. That, you know what? I mean, I knew Greene County Tech could do this, but I thought that Paragould would play harder knowing that the playoff spot was on the line. Everything fell the way it needed to fall. All they had to do was take care of business. And unless something miraculous happens, they're down by 9. They got to score twice.
2:16 left.
They got to score twice in 2 minutes and 16 seconds. I don't see it happening.
And that was a few minutes ago when I received that text.
So Nettleton, everything fell. No, they didn't win. Okay, who is going to get that? I'm going to have to look at this, folks. We got a timeout call with 1 minute 13 seconds left to play.
Well, you remember, that was my question earlier.
Nettleton lost, so they can't be
That was my question for the game start. Remember, I asked
if everybody loses, who
Yeah.
gets that spot?
That's
And it
right.
may be, let's see, BB, the head-to-head between BB and Blytheville may be the key.
But doesn't BB and Paragould have the same record?
Let's see.
And Paragould beat BB.
BB lost tonight. They'll be at 3-4. No, Paragould would be at 2-5 if they lost.
Oh, okay.
BB's going to get it. It'll be BB's. They'll be at 3-4, and they'll be the only team at 3-4. BB losing tonight will still get the 4th spot.
Wow. That's some kind of cluster.
Paragould saved BB's bacon tonight. Had Paragould won that game, they had the head-to-head over BB, they go to the playoffs. Tech is beating them right now late in the game. So Greene County Tech, BB has Greene County Tech to thank for their playoff spot.
And once again, the Chickasaws have jumped off sides. You would think after the first, maybe the second time, you would learn that hard
They've
count.
done it 14 times today. And a field goal kicker is coming out on the field. It is, I've forgotten his name already, number 11. It is Sandage, who will try and kick what will be.
That's not near as tough a field goal kicker's name as the one at BB, is it?
This will be, no, it's not. Batesville, you mean?
Or Batesville, yeah.
This will be a 33-yard field goal attempt for Sandage. Now we've got a whistle. Well, I'll tell you what, if I didn't hear a whistle again tonight, I'd be happy. That's going to back him up 5. Apparently, let's see. Backed him up 5 yards. I don't see what's, he's got a baseball bat on the. I have no idea what you're saying. 30, let's see, a 38-yarder now. Oh, wow. Got enough leg into it, but it's left. It's wide left, no good. He had the distance, though, didn't he?
Yes, he did. And y'all believe that 5 yards penalty is what
got
probably
messed him up. We're still waiting on the final score out of Paragould. We fear the worst for the Rams, and that BB will, despite losing tonight, back their way into the playoffs.
Well, Forrest City came in tonight's game here on their home field, and they took care of business. And they knew they had to take care of business to get into that playoff berth. Because if they would have lost, they would have been eliminated, wouldn't they?
They still could have backed their way into it with a loss, like BB is doing right now.
Right.
Wow, he's still on his feet and brought down across the 35.
That's Ben Trail Northern.
Yeah, that's I think the B-teamers are out there right now for both teams.
Well, he's a big young man.
Ventrell
is 6'1", 180-pound junior.
Clock will run now after they've moved the chains. 1 minute to play. The quarterback.
All right, here's the final score. Tech won, 36-27.
Wow. 36-27. That is an amazing, amazing score to me. This game all but over. 47 seconds left. That's going to be picked off. Oh, no, he had it.
If he could have hung on to it, that would have been 6.
Yeah, he had that 6 in his eyes, and that's why he dropped the football. Yeah. 43 seconds left to play. Our next game broadcast 1 week from tonight. Brooklyn Bearcats hosting the Win Yellow Jackets in basketball. We'll be there and bring you that boys basketball game 1 week from tonight. That's going to be a one-handed catch by DeQuan Young. He hauls it in, doesn't get the first down, though. He's brought down at the 45. That means the clock's going to roll. 30 seconds left in the game. Blytheville wants to try and get off another play. 4th down and 1. The ball spotted at the 44. Do they have any timeouts left? I don't know if they do or not. Down to 15 seconds. They're not in any kind of hurry. The quarterback is Kaysen. He's from the gun, 8 seconds. Takes the snap. He's looking to air it out. 3 seconds left. 2 completed. No, he dropped it.
That's a fumble.
Well, it doesn't matter. The game clock has expired. 33-6, the final score. Forrest City is going to Whitehall next week to play in the first round of the 5A state playoffs. Paragould drops their game and gets BB into the playoffs by default, basically. So we now know the playoff picture. Win 1, Batesville 2, Forrest City 3, BB 4.
Well, it took it right down to the 10th week.
Yep.
To determine where everyone was going, so it's been a fun season.
It's been a great football season. It's been, I think we had a lot more fun with this football season than we did last year on your Primetime Sports Radio.
Well, there's several reasons for that. We went live TV this year. We had a lot more viewers. We had a lot more people interested in keeping up with what was going on in the 5A East. We had the magazine that provided information about all these young men. So a lot of neat things happened this year, and hopefully we'll continue doing what we're doing and even bring more excitement next year.
All right, real quickly to recap, Forrest City, and I'm going to type this as I'm talking about it, 5A East playoff seeds decided tonight. Number 3 is Forrest City. And number 4 is BB.
And you're sure about that, BB?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Careful.
So, because, I mean, Paragould had it in their hands.
Yeah.
They had it in their hands and let it go.
It was their destination to lose or win.
That's it for us. We'll be back on the air tomorrow morning with Double G Sports Talk Saturday. Great guest lined up for you. That first guest is going to be a doozy now. Tim Branham, head football coach of Paragould.
Well, I think he's proud of his players and the accomplishments that they strive for this year. They came up just a little short, and but it gives them something to motivate for next year.
So he'll be our first guest. Monica Specking, the IFBB figure bodybuilding pro, will be our second guest. Legends Series will be Dick Clay, our third guest tomorrow from the former sports director of Region 8, KAIT. And the final guest will be the head coach of the Win Yellow Jackets, Chris Hill. That's tomorrow. Next ball game 1 week from tonight. We're canceling the Tuesday night broadcast, and we're going to be seeing you Friday night from Brooklyn when the Win Yellow Jackets come to town in a boys basketball match against the Brooklyn Bearcats. I'm Dave Grimm. That's Clifton Garmrath. We'll see you tomorrow morning.
Good night.